Hey, everybody. Kimberly Olson here, also known as the Goal Digger Girl, coming in live for a training on how to close the month out strong. So before I get super distracted, I'm going to go ahead and move that lovely ring light. For those that have glasses, it's super fun when you have your ring light because you can see a reflection. Let's move on. So thanks for hopping on tonight, you guys. I'm so excited to have you. And I have 2 pages of notes today. So be prepared because we're actually going to set you up for next month. It's not just going to be about closeout. So if you're like, oh, my month sucks, this is still for you. We're going to talk about how to rock December, and we're going to make sure that you are ready to go and ready to crush it. So what I want you guys to do is put 1 in the comments if you're watching this live, put 2 if you're watching the replay. Hi, Rebecca. Put new in the comments if you're new and you've never seen my videos before. Welcome. I always like to say hello. Just adjusting there. So I just like to reach out and say hello. So if you're new, put new in the comments. I love new people. Also, I love all of you, but you know what I mean. It's exciting to see that more people are liking this page. We're approaching 3,000, and I just did that huge giveaway because I hit over 20,000 on Instagram. So I can't do something crazy like that again, but I'll put something together for you guys as a thank you for me hitting 3,000 likes on my page here, my business page. Go ahead and share this video out. You can share it right to your personal page. You can share it into a team page. You can actually invite people to watch this with the little share button. Sharing is caring, so I'm going to encourage you to share it with 3 people. In the comment section, you can use the @ symbol and actually tag people so they can watch it later on when they have some leisure to do that. And it's just a great way to get the word out and help people with that too. So thanks for hopping on tonight. So go ahead and put in the comments if you are a closer. So meaning you are a month-end closer. Let me see my month-end closers. These are the people who really find themselves hustling and focusing towards the end of the month. They do really well with that kind of deadline. I want to see where my closers are at. And then if you are a turtle, thank you, Terry Carey. If you're a turtle, which is how I refer to myself, slow and steady wins the race, right? But closers win too. But if you're a turtle, put a turtle in the comments. I want to kind of see the mix of people that we have tonight as far as who really maximizes the end of the month and it's just their jam, and those that kind of just are more consistent throughout the month. Thank you for sharing, guys. You are awesome. Okay, so we've got 48 hours to close up, but what we're going to talk about now is going to set you up for next month. Okay, we want December to be even better. Now, a lot of times, December can be a hard month because we've come off of Black Friday, obviously, money, we have Christmas and things like that. But it's just like, I think Warren Buffett, you can put in the comments if it's an incorrect quote, but Warren Buffett, I think, is the one that said, yeah, he was interviewed about the recessions, and he's like, yes, I know there's a recession. I just choose not to participate. And that's how I feel about all the things that people say as far as people not having time or not having money and things like that. I just choose not to participate. And I'm going to choose not to participate in the objections and the issues with Christmas and Christmas gifts and money and people not having it and all that stuff. I'm just going to choose not to participate. Okay, so we can make December awesome. Absolutely, especially with these tips I'm going to share with you guys. Okay, so for the first 10 months of my business, I had the bulk of my team were month-end closers. And I don't know if I created it, probably looking back, that was sort of how I was taught to do it, which I understand completely, I get it. And my personality type isn't really that way. It actually, to be completely honest with you guys, stresses me out because I go all or in, like I'm an all the time. And so if there's this an external pressure to produce even more, like I just go like over the edge. I mean, I will produce and then I'm just like exhausted. So I had this big part of my team that's what they would do, is they would kind of do this, like, I swear it was like every month I just knew, like I would literally be on the phone nonstop those last like half of the day of closeout. I was on the phone, like personal life was not even a thing. My husband was like, you stopped our little show for 45 minutes, like 5 times. So if you have some people like that, I get it. Or if you're like that, I understand completely. There's good qualities to that because those people can hustle and they can turn it out. I have seen people double rank, like high ranks in our company on my team. I've seen them double rank in a weekend. Like closers can make it happen. Okay. The downside of that is I've noticed when people like really go all in for closing and they're trying to hit a rank so bad, it's usually rank related, or they're trying to qualify for a trip or something, is they put so much energy into that, then the first of the month comes and they're exhausted. So they just take a break. They're just like, I can't even, like, I just need to take a nap, right? So put a 3 in the comments if you've ever had that happen, where you just like went so all in, and whether or not you achieved what you're trying to achieve, you were just like, I need a break. Well, that break isn't a day. It's never a day. That break is typically 7 to 15 days. Can you imagine? And the 15th day is when they get that paycheck, right? Some of your companies, I know you guys are paid hourly and all that stuff, which is awesome. But a lot of companies are paid like on the 15th of the month, from the month before, whatever. But that first week or two, people are just kind of aren't doing anything. And then they're like, oh my gosh, like I got my paycheck. I need to just step my game up, or the month of the end's coming. Their upline's kind of getting on them. They're starting to see other people having some success and progress. And so what has happened is they've lost their momentum, right? They haven't produced and they've lost their momentum. And it's a vicious cycle. It really is. It's extremely stressful. Not to mention, it's not a good example for the people below you because they're going to do that too. They notice that you're really checked out. You're kind of not engaged. They're not really seeing you posting a lot, or maybe not doing team calls and stuff like that. So they're kind of like, what's going on? Okay. So what I want you to do is I want you to use the last couple days of the month, the last few days of the month. So we've got 2 days left. If you're watching the replay, it could be a day. You could be watching this in the middle of the month. So you can use this, and this can apply for anything. I want you to use the last couple days of the month to launch the next month. So you can still have that intensity and you can have that focus, but you're not so hung up on it being month end. You're thinking, okay, cool, I'm going to launch myself into an awesome month, okay? It doesn't matter if you've ranked up or hit that goal or whatever, which is great if you do, but you are setting yourself up for the next month, okay? Waiting until the first of the month to get started back up. So the other side of this is I'll see people who they either, hashtag mom life, it's real life over here. I'll notice this with people is that when they realize they're not going to hit their goal or they're not going to hit their rank, they will check out. So it's towards the end of the month and they're like, oh, I'm not going to hit it. And they just give up. They stop like reaching out. They stop prospecting. They're like, I'll wait till the first of the month. Put a 4 in the comments if you've ever done that before so people can see they're not alone. So you're just like, I'm not going to hit it. What's the point? I'll just get all my sales for the next month and they'll just kind of wait. Doing that is sort of like waiting to start a diet on Monday. As a nutritionist, this is not a good setup, okay? It's just not, because you're putting all your pressure in there and then you tend to just like overeat over the weekend. This happens all the time before somebody's first session with me. They it's like the last supper or the night before. I'm like, oh my gosh, I have to remember to tell them don't do that. So it's kind of like that. You're waiting till the Monday to start your diet. So you're just going to be like, screw it up until then. Well, you don't want to do that because then again, you're kind of losing that momentum. And then what will happen is you're like, I'm just going to wait till the first. I'm going to wait till the first. You've lost your momentum. You've lost your excitement. And then you have to get started. You have to get back into the habit of prospecting. I mean, you guys, this month is almost over and you have to be honest with yourself. How many people have you prospected this week? Okay, maybe a lot of you, it's a lot. Like, that's awesome. If not, it's not to feel bad about yourself. It's to be honest and say, what kind of habits am I creating? Am I doing this when I feel like I want to do it, or am I truly building a business? So if you're truly building a business, what you can do is use those last couple days of the month to really give you some momentum into the next month so you can crush it. So if you didn't have a great month, that's all right. That's what's so wonderful about network marketing. It's always going to be there for you. Okay. You can come back whenever you want to. So you're coming back. You're like, I'm going to do this month is going to be great. Okay. If you want December to be awesome, I want to see some hearts and some likes. Okay. If you want December to be great, whether it's your first December and you've never gone through one before, or you're just like, man, November wasn't what I wanted to be, or it was great and I want to keep this momentum going, I want to see some hearts and likes. Do you want December to be awesome? Okay, it is up to you right now. What you do is going to determine the success you have in December. So here are my tips. First thing is pretend your month is starting right now, not the first. It's a game, okay? So if you normally say, okay, I'm gonna like turn that fire on, like the 15th of the month is when I normally just like go crazy. You're gonna have a game in your head that no, the 15th is right now. Okay, I need to go crazy and do that right now. Okay, whatever that looks like for you. Yes, Rebecca, find structure for your business. Awesome. So you are going to have a game with it. Okay. You are going to pretend it is the first of the month now, and you're going to go gangbusters. Okay. You're going to have a blitz. Okay. If you're in my mastermind, you guys, we are doing a 30-day run together and it starts on Saturday. So I will have a tracker for you to track everything. That's going to be the monthly challenge. And then we'll go over it in the Zoom on Monday. Okay. We're going to go over the run and everything included with it. So technically it starts Saturday. But if you're not my mastermind, you need to get in my mastermind. Put mastermind in the comments and I'll send you the application. But we're going to do a run together. Okay. We're going to do a 30-day run. You're going to go balls to the walls. Okay. It's going to get serious. So the first thing you want to do is pretend month end, or pretend it's the first of the month now. The next thing you want to do is you want to have a goal. So let me give you some goals to set up for December. I want you to have a goal number of reach outs. A reach out is how many new connections you're making a day, or maybe just checking in with people you've never connected with. So for example, let's say on your friends list, you have 2,000 friends and you're like, I know at least half of them I've never even talked to in my life. Those can be part of the reach outs. What's really cool about the reach out goal is you can control that number. So if you say, I want to reach out to 200 people this month, and some of you are like 20, that's too low. 20 is too low. You need to up your game. Okay. You said you guys want to make a difference. You're watching this video for a reason. I'm going to be real with you. You need to up your number. 20 is too low. Unless you're like, I just, feel good about those 20 people. Okay. Then knock yourself out. All the rest of us, you guys need to go in the hundreds. Okay. So you're like, I'm going to reach out to 200 people. 200 people could be making new friends on Facebook. It could be following new people on Instagram. I'm all about LinkedIn. I reach out to at least minimum 100 people a day on LinkedIn, minimum. And I do it 7 days a week. I'm such a dork. I can't help it. But you guys should do it 5 days a week. You need a break. Okay. So have a goal for your number of reach outs. That's going to be any connections you make, friend requests, all that stuff. Okay. Then, so that number you can control. You don't know 200 people, girl, you need to get my mastermind and I'll help you. So the next tip is you need to set a goal. I recommend to set up your goal for a number of exposures. Now, this one you cannot control. You can control the first number. What you can do is track the first number and figure out how many people you're exposing. Exposing means like, surprise, you're not gonna flash people. What you're gonna do is tell them what you do. Okay, so exposing is when you actually say what you do. So I'm with this company, I sell this thing, I have this opportunity, blah, blah, blah. Whatever that looks like, can I tag you in a video? That is exposing them. That number you can't control because it's going to be based on the people responding to you, the people accepting your friend's request, right? The people messaging you back. You can't control other people, but you can control how many reach outs. So what I do is I track how many reach outs, and this is actually going to help for my 2019. I'm really excited, but I track my reach outs and I know based on my reach outs, how many people will reply, how many people am I actually booking appointments with. I book appointments to get on the phone and chat. And then how many people am I able to expose? Okay. So up your reach outs if you need more exposures. The next one is you want to set a goal for the number of new customers you want to get as a goal, number of business builders you want to get, and the number of total sales for your team. I also like to track my downline number because I think it's healthy to realize like your network is growing and that way you can see the consistency with the growth. That's just healthy to know that number and feel good about that, okay? Now what you want to do is you want to write this down in a place you can see it. So I have my chalkboard, as you guys know. I need to go do a training on my chalkboard. It's been a while since I've done one over there. But I would like to see it either on your screensaver of your cell phone or maybe on a sticky note, like make it cute so it's happy, on your desktop if you have a desktop set up like I have. And then what you can do is just have it somewhere where you can see it. Because if you just set the goal and then that's the end of it, then you might not think about it or forget it. And it's really cool because just by you having it out, this gives me chills. I'll tell you guys something in a second. I think this should be my mindset training. Actually, I'm going to wait on that. So on Friday, I'm going to do a mindset training because Saturday we were going to get a Christmas tree, #priorities. So my normal mindset training on my personal page will be on Friday on my personal page. I'm going to tell you guys about writing a checkout to yourself to attract abundance and money in your life, and it freaking works. And I'm going to prove it. I'm going to prove it right here. Law of attraction happening. Okay. And then what you're going to do, last step, write this down if you're taking notes. You're going to marry the process and divorce the results. You're going to marry this process we're talking about right now, and you're going to divorce the results. You're going to let it go. You're going to let it all go. Okay, you're going to set the goals and then let it go. Go sing some Frozen. That's freaking the theme song in our house. Addison has 2 dresses now that sing Let It Go. I had to wrestle her down to be able to turn the off button for her to go to school. Let it go. You got to let that outcome go. You can't be like, oh, I've got this perfect person. You're holding on to that person. What we resist persists, like if you're just constricting it, right? So what you want to do is you want to let it go, marry the process and control what you can control. The process is your reach outs, your exposures, your follow-ups, and the results are all the things we just set goals for. You have to let that go, okay? Divorce the results, let it go. And if you let it go, you're allowing the good things to come into your life. It's when we try so hard to make it happen. You ever notice that? You're like telling your upline, you're like, I'm trying so hard. I don't know what's wrong. It's probably because you're trying so hard that you're like so hung up on the outcome that you're causing a lot of like suffocation and blocking. You're blocking it coming into your life and negative energy and all that stuff. We don't want that, okay? So you want to marry the process, divorce the results, and that's totally going to help you out, okay? So for those that are just hopping on, I have a mastermind open right now. It's basically a closed group, and it's a way to have access to me day to day. So if you're like, I got stuck on this thing, I don't know how to fix this. Kimberly, what do you say when this person says this? What should I post in my group? I need help with mindset, whatever. I am your virtual upline. So you have first priority as far as having access to me. I'll be completely honest. If you've messaged me since Saturday, I haven't seen your message. That's how far behind I am in messages. I try so hard to keep up, you guys, but it's like, it's constant. It's kind of a problem. So I love all of you, but I can't physically respond to everybody. So the mastermind is a way for you to get direct access to me. If you're in the mastermind, please let people know how you like it. But the mastermind is a small group. It's a closed group, I should say. We have like 130 girls in there. But every month we do a book of the month club. We work through the book by chapter. Okay, so we do the work in the book. Okay, you don't want to just read a book to read a book. We read the book. Every month there's a challenge. Like I said, we're doing a 30-day blitz of recruiting for December. There's a weekly check-ins where you have to check in with me and report in with me and say, tell me how your week went. You have daily accountability with your pods. And every Monday I do a deep dive Monday mastermind training with a Zoom, and I kind of pull back the curtain and show you like my conversations on Messenger and what I'm saying and how I'm finding people and all that kind of stuff. The stuff you've always wanted to know. That's what's covered in the mastermind. So just put mastermind in the comments and I'll get you the application for that. And then also I have my Pinterest workshop. If you've never done Pinterest before for recruiting, it's really, really a neat way to have access to people you wouldn't normally have access to. And literally no one is on Pinterest when it comes to network marketing. I mean, some people are, but not hardly anybody. So it's a great way to show up and really stand out. And I'm going to teach you how to use the boards and your pins and how to make it easy for your stuff to populate and set up your account, all that stuff to get leads, which is really, really cool, right into your inbox, which is awesome. So I'm going to show you guys how to do that. You don't have to have a website to do it. So just put Pinterest in the comments if you want the workshop link for that. And last but not least is the summit, December 8th. Now listen up. This is the last time this will be announced. No other video will say this. The summit swag bag, we have hit past 50 or just hit 50 today. I'm going to give 5 more people a bag because I can't help it. And I promised Anna, my assistant, I said, I'm going to do 5 more and that's it. We got to cut it off somewhere. Okay. So if you want the summit digital swag bag, put summit in the comments. If you don't know what it is, December 8th, I'm running the summit. It's a summit. It's a social media influencer summit. And I'm hosting it with 10 other incredible women in the industry. And they're all badass, an amazing group of women. If there's kids around, I'm so sorry. And we are going to do a day jam-packed nonstop of training. It's going to be from 10 to 3 on Saturday, December 8th, but it'll be recorded. So you'll get access to the replay after. Figure that out as far as 5 hours. I have to break it up. Side note to myself, just throwing it out there. And then the first segment is going to be crushing or rocking your mindset. The second component is going to be crushing it on social media. And we're going to finish the day with branding like a boss babe. So it's going to be packed with different content, different speakers. The first 50 to register, and now the 5 bonus people are getting a digital swag bag. All the presenters are donating content, freebies, giveaways, programs. It's all going to be in there. And then the feature is Edith Steinberg couldn't speak that day because she's in the UK with the time change. So she's donating her 2019 social media content calendar, which has 365 days of content already figured out for you. Some of the girls in here have done her 2018 and it's phenomenal. She literally tells you what to post every day. I mean, if you could just have that figured out, you're way ahead of the curve, okay? So just put some in the comments and we'll get you the registration link for that. You can get your ticket on that and all that good stuff. And that's what I have for you guys today. So Friday, go to my personal page, Kimberly Olsen. I don't know what time, I'm gonna have to figure that out, but I'm gonna do a mindset training on how to freaking make a lot of money. Do you guys wanna make a lot of money? It's seriously, you should do it. It's a game at this point. And I'm not saying it to be cocky. I'm saying the energy is so different for me now. It used to be scarcity mentality and lots of worrying and stress and not knowing how I was gonna pay my bills. Having an $80 budget for Christmas, sound familiar? $80 2 years ago. And now it's totally different because I've learned about the law of attraction and abundant mindset and getting into a great space with my, self-confidence and all that. So I'm going to teach you some of those strategies on Friday. So that's what I meant when I was saying it like that. So thanks for being on today. It's so good to see you guys. And until next time, go out there and crush it and create the